Good morning.
Good morning.
So, we just want to talk to you a little about what you do for romance.
Okay, well, I am actually the lead designer for the company, and so I was brought here. I do have a past with designing bridal, so I took my, what I have done, all my life in my career, and brought it to romance, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's been, really a kind of a wild ride.
Well, how long you been designing? Because I got to tell you, we've had romance for a little bit of time, and we started back up with you, and they're absolutely beautiful. So,
Thank you. Well, I've been designing for about 25 years now, but I've been with the company for about five. So we went through some, a little bit of changes, and really, this was a line that was sort of in its infancy when it first started, and so looking at different trends, looking at what we saw at good sellers and things like that across the country, because we would basically we design to sell to people that we don't even know. So
right.
we really have to be on point with what the public wants. And so it's a lot of research, but it's fun research, and then we just get creative.
Yeah, I've been in the business quite some time too, 20 some odd years, and I can remember back in the day, nowhere these styles, with the halo and the side gallery
Right.
work and just very intricate. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Well, we pride ourselves in the details. I mean, and not just the details aesthetically, looking at scroll work and things, but the details on precise setting and all of the areas polished to perfection. So we look at every single part of this ring that we offer to you and to your customers, because this is an important purchase. This is not just a fashion ring that is going to be worn every so often. This is something that people cherish and they wear every day, and we want them to be proud of what they're wearing, and we're proud to have them wear it.
Well, we're proud to be the exclusive store for it.
Oh, well, we're happy to
You
have you
know,
for sure.
and because as far as the quality and the stones, I mean, I can see that it definitely would last a lifetime for someone to cherish. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
and speaking of lifetime, we actually do have a lifetime warranty on all of our items.
Really?
We will stand behind it, and this is again, this is a piece that's worn every day. It has to be secure. It has to be made to last, and we're here to make sure it does.
Well, like I said, I have quite a few in stock now, and I can tell by the quality. So I'm very excited for my
Oh,
customers because
good.
they
Oh,
trust us to give them nothing but the best. You know.
yeah, well, that's great to hear, and certainly we love the feedback, but we really do have a passion for jewelry. I do. I mean, I've been doing this for quarter of a century now, so
Right,
I
right.
must love it. and and
Absolutely.
trends come and go, and there are some variances on what's popular in bridal, but for the most part, we want classic, we want everlasting, and we want to have a little bit of personality as well, just like the customers. So we have quite a few styles to choose from, and I'm sure that you probably have a very good selection
Yeah.
that you can bring that to your customers as well.
Well, I can remember, everything today in the market's white gold. I can
Oh
remember
yeah,
the day it was all yellow gold. I
and now
mean,
we're getting rose.
well, yeah. I noticed I've been getting a lot of call for some rose. I've sold some nice pieces in rose. So, yeah, that's kind of trending in a little heavier than even back in the '80s that I remember.
It is, and and even I mean any girl that's looking at engagement rings goes to Pinterest, I'm sure,
Yes.
and you go
Speaking
and
from
you
a
see.
woman, yes.
Yeah, for real. So they're rose gold, and not even necessarily with a center diamond anymore. I mean, that's usually what we see is all diamond, and but you see pink stones, rose gold. So it's a very there's a lot of personality you can put into bridal rings, and you can bring your personality, with any style. We do custom orders. We do, we change color. Whatever your customer wants, we can make that happen with our rings.
Now, do you go out to the jewelry show out in Vegas?
Oh, yep, every year.
So you'll be there this year coming up.
I will, yeah, for sure.
Well, then maybe we'll get a chance to meet you, which would be great.
That would be wonderful. I look forward to it. I know I love, I'm here, at my desk and my drawing board, and I don't get out much, so that's the one time I get to get out and actually see the faces behind the names that I see. So it's a good time.
Well, I think that's important.
I haven't won anything yet. I still haven't. I'm not a good gambler, so
Yeah, neither am I. But we love the show, and I always like to meet people that are top like yourself, and put a face to it, and
yeah, for
it just
sure.
really
Come
works
on
well.
by. I mean, that's one of the best shows to go to. I mean, it has anything and everything you can imagine, and so it's always nice, and we always have twice a year we put out new products. I'm actually just wrapping up what we're going to be introducing in the beginning of the year. That we have our samples coming in, so there's going to be a whole slew of new items, and then I turn around and start immediately designing for Vegas. So by the time I see you, we'll have 2 introductions.
Nice.
So we're always so we try to keep everything fresh. We go through the line. We look to see what's trending up, what's trending down, and in some cases, we have a lot of success with many of these, and so we just keep adding to it, just to keep things interesting.
Well, I have the book in front of us, and it was very, very clean, very nicely done. All the rings that you have in there, which one's your favorite one?
Oh, that's like what's like your favorite kid? I mean, how do you say that? And we actually joke. I'm like, oh, these are my babies. I mean, those were my first babies. So, I love the real. It's funny. I like the real simple. I mean, I am I like the. Of course, the bigger stones are better.
Of course,
opinion, but,
bigger the better.
But yeah, because I actually enjoy. I like more of a simple engagement ring because I love wedding bands. And I love stacking wedding bands, and that's like such a thing right now. So you can buy all these little thin wedding bands with different patterns, different everything. And you just line them up right next to your ring, and that's such a cool look. I mean, again, another way to put your personality into whatever you're wearing. So that's kind of my favorite thing to do.
I just want to put out real quick, with the holiday season, we're real busy, and we're doing the podcast during business hours. That's why Joe's not here right now. So if I have to duck out for a minute or two, I might have to do that. But we've been very, very busy, so that's a good thing.
That's good. I love hearing that for sure.
Yeah.
And then what happens is the last 10 days is when it gets really, really crazy.
I know. We always would joke because I worked in retail for about 6 years, and I was a bench jeweler. So I also have that side of it, and it was crazy because people would come in at the last minute. Like, doesn't Christmas come at the same time every year?
Yeah.
Why are we not? So I know how busy it can be.
Yeah, this is Joe. Joe, I just experienced it. I had to get pulled to the sales floor, so I'm back, and Rick's pulled to the sales floor.
I know. These are kind of the best days. I mean, it's great to be busy, but it's amazing how you can work a 12-hour day and not even realize that you've not eaten.
Oh yeah, it's very hectic and stressful at times as well. You know that, being on the bench when you're responsible for people's main gift. I mean that can be a lot of pressure.
It is, it is a lot of pressure. This is not, like working at Toys R Us or something. That
you don't have that toy, you can get another. I mean,
Yep. So this is it's interesting. I mean, I was supposed to be in advertising. I never thought that this would be my career. It just happened. But I'm working in an industry that is it's built around celebrations and happiness and all of these special things. Like, well, this is pretty fantastic if you really think about it that way.
sure it is. It's a happy. Most times, it's a happy thing.
Most times it is, yeah. So, and people are nervous sometimes buying some of these gifts, but, it's, we just hopefully make it easy for everyone and a nice experience.
For sure. You know, I always thought that with jewelry, it's marking time or an event in time. That's how I always look at it. And with that responsibility, it comes some other things on our end that we have to take that extra step and that extra care. And that's what I thought Romance did with a lot of their designs, was they took that extra step. They were careful with things. They didn't let the little things slip through the cracks, so to speak.
Right.
So,
well, you know what, and there are few times that a design will go through the first time, and so I will draw it out, and then I have a CAD team because I'm like a dinosaur, so I usually I'm pen and paper and pencil, and then they will CAD it out. But we have to go back and forth because my vision and what I want the piece to come out looking like is maybe not what their translation was. So the cool thing that we just got here was we just got a 3D printer. So we're going to be able to take these and actually turn product around more quickly because I am learning how to print on this thing, and I can get the ring and I can hold it in my hand and immediately tell them, well, this shank needs to be thinner, or it needs to taper more, whatever. So we are making sure that these details are addressed even more quickly to get the product to you more quickly.
It's funny you should mention that. That's what we're known for. We have yes, we have printers and mills. We have CAD programs. We pour gold here. We set the stones.
It's all in house.
Yeah, it's all.
That's so cool. Oh, see, I love shops like that because that's what we have. Well, actually, when I first started, I was I took a class in college. I actually started 3 months before I graduated college, and with my commercial art degree that I have yet to use. But they said,
you're using
I talked
it really.
my boss into getting a rolling mill. It was broken. I had to put a wedge of wood in one side to keep it kind of evened out. But I would take people's old gold. And, at the time, people were just making nuggets, which horrible. But, so I got to, play around a little bit, melt gold and make things out of, so it was really, it's such a fun job. I love that you have that in your store. I think that's great. It's kind of in some cases, in some ways, it's a kind of a lost art that happens. So it's great that you can offer that to your customers.
It is, but I think it's also the future.
Well, the fact that you can do so much right there, absolutely. I mean, we are getting more and more, I guess I don't do the CAD. I would love to learn how to do CAD, but
you should.
Right now they just need me to draw. So, but the fact that we are having these, we can do these prints now. I mean, we can send these. What you do with yours, we can send these things that I've grown to customers because we do so much. Custom work, so we do have a whole department just for custom. So that's kind of what we're kind of getting into the groove of doing that.
Yeah, and I think that, like I said, I think that's the future. I think
sure.
Shops like us where we do it all like that are far and few between. But you're going to have to do that to survive.
Well, exactly. In this climate, you have to do something that sets yourself apart from the rest. And being able to do everything in house is certainly that. And it brings the customer to be more involved even in the whole process, which makes them feel good too. It's exciting to really truly design your own ring and see it happen right in front of you.
I agree.
So speaking of setting yourself apart, what do you think like how do you set yourself apart, romance in general, from the rest?
Well, I mean, certainly, we talked about quality.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I've seen, competition. I've worked, in different rings that we might have, brought in for repair or whatever from other places, and our quality is superior. I think that we mostly try to stay fairly classic, but with a twist. I mean, fairly classic can be vanilla ice cream. We try to give it some nice little sprinkle toppings to make it a little bit different than the guy next door. We pay a lot of attention to detail on profiles, on baskets of settings, and I think it's great when you wear a ring, very few people see it from the top view, and that's the only view they see. They always see it in motion. They see your hand moving. So to be able to bring something that draws your eye to every part of that ring is really something that I think is important. I think that we have a lot of wedding bands that we can interchange with other pieces, so everything doesn't have to be matchy-matchy if you don't want it to.
Right.
We make sure that a lot of these things work well together. And the fact that we have our custom department that we can take, somebody loves this ring, but it's only shown in a round, but they have, a pear shape. Well, we can make that happen. It's not a problem. So these are the things that we think are, and our turnaround time is quick. We can if we, maybe 2 to 3 weeks for a custom job. That's and with everyone's their size, their center stone size, out the door, and it's done, with the quality that we require for all of our pieces.
We like the rose gold accents in a lot of the rings.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier.
They're very pretty.
Thank you very much. Yeah, because I personally love rose gold.
Me too.
I think it goes well on a lot of different skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very I don't look very good in white gold. I'm pretty pasty, so white gold is not my thing. But I have a lot of white gold because that was what was hot now.
Mm-hmm.
So rose is kind of that it just goes nicely on other skin tones, and it just sets itself apart as something a little different. And that also draws your eye to the different parts of the rings.
Where do you see bridal going, especially for the romance line? In the next 2 to 5 years, you think rose gold will?
Honestly, I think that white's always going to be the most prominent.
Mm-hmm.
I think that because in fashion, not everyone matches all of the gold. They have gold earrings. It's not that it's not taboo to wear white gold rings, yellow gold earrings, whatever. So you can mix a lot of different metals. But I think white's always going to be there. But the fact that fashion, a lot of yellow is coming back, and our little, what is it? She I don't think she's going to be called a princess, but that just got engaged to
oh yeah,
Prince Harry. Her ring is yellow.
Wow.
So I know. So I'm like, oh, that's going to be something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. So, but I think that I think being able to have a wedding set, being able to mix and match a lot of different bands, if that's what you choose, I think that personalizing it that way is really a trend that will keep going.
Being that you have that marketing bug in you, do you have anybody that blogs for you for romance?
No, you know what? We do have we don't blog yet. We are really working on we have Instagram, we have our website, and the blogging is probably the next thing. We're kind of getting out of our I wouldn't say out of our offices, but you reach so many people through social media,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
and we really are kind of at the front end, we're kind of at the back end of that. We're working on it. So I would love to do a little bit more in that, just to about trends.
Yeah, as you continue,
what we see out there. Certainly, images of the Hollywood elite, and what they're wearing,
Right.
and so on and so forth. I think that rings
as you continue on that road, we'd like to be involved as well as you go down that road and take that journey into the social media and all the different avenues that takes. So as you come up with ideas and new things, just feel free to contact us so we can partner up.
Absolutely, and then in the meantime, we can go on Instagram. It's Love My Romance, and you could follow our page and comment. I know that we have Judy here. She's the one I think that you spoke with first.
Yes.
And she does all of our print material, but she's the one that kind of manages that part. But she's always, and she takes the photographs, so she's kind of a one-stop shop too. So she's doing all of it.
It's tough, I know. Danielle does a lot for us here, but we also have a couple of companies that do social media marketing for us as well, and we put Romance out there that you're our new partner, and
Awesome.
we're exclusive in this area, and we can't wait to really get going with this.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where our partnership goes. Hopefully, in all good directions.
Yes.
But yeah, so we will. I mean, Judy will always. We put new things up. I'm not sure if it's daily, but it might be close to daily. And so we always have pictures on Instagram, which has been it's been really a fun way to show. It shows a little bit more personality than
she
looking at a web page.
She actually sent me a lot of her photos that she's put up, and I've been advertising that on our Facebook page, and they're just beautiful.
Oh, fun! Oh, that's great. Well,
Yeah, images
actually,
are
I went
great.
out to your
The
page
images
too.
are-
Now, do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah, we
Oh,
do.
yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'll have to search you because we have our Facebook page as well, and so we do that. But I'm such an Instagram person; it's just quick and
We have
and,
that as well.
Yep.
We have all of them.
Twitter,
Yep.
Facebook, Instagram.
There's a couple
Well, I'm
more.
going to follow you now. See?
Sweet. Well, now with the holidays here and New Year's coming, you have one New Year's resolution that I'm going to ask you to make. Every time you have your team meetings, you say, "Don't forget Regency."
Got it. Totally got it.
Don't forget them guys at Regency because they're pretty
No,
on
we're
the
not
ball.
going to. Never. Not ever.
So,
Yeah,
but,
that's great.
all right. So it was a pleasure. I'm glad you could be on our podcast this morning, and it was a pleasure talking to you, Joe. And
Thank you.
if you need anything or you think of anything, feel free to just shoot us a text, an email, a call, anything. We're
And
on
you
all of it.
please, yeah, feel free to do the same.
Absolutely.
I'm here for you, man. So
All right.
whatever you need, you just
All
let me know,
Very
okay?
good. All right. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
Have a
Thanks.
happy
Take
holiday.
care. Happy
Bye-bye.
holidays.
Bye-bye.
Bye.